Um, you know, but I always find it weird, you know, and tell me if I'm wrong. Like, well, you at a table, you're signing, and I had one person come up and go, I don't like any of your movies. I'm like, well, why are you here? Oh, I just wanted to tell you that. I go, thanks. I love you. That was kind of weird. Yeah. I don't know. That was kind of a weird thing. But, you know. Sign just fell down. We got ghosts in here. Questions. Somebody has to have a question. Yes?
The favorite role you've done?
Favorite is Compound Fracture. I mean, I love every role that I've done. I've had fun doing it.
Never had one that you didn't like at all?
No, I really, I mean, if I didn't like the role, I wouldn't have taken it in the first place, you know.
You don't have the favorite one would be Compound Fracture?
Favorite would be Compound Fracture.
Wolverine, though. I mean, Sabretooth coming with it there. Sabretooth coming with it.
Oh, hey, Sabretooth is definitely up there. I'm telling you, brother, I mean, that helped me kick off my career and let me hang up my wrestling boots. I mean, I'm forever grateful to Sabretooth, you know, and Michael Myers, man. Anytime you get to play iconic characters like that, man, you can't turn them down.
Those are two big names, and, you know, history.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. You got to use both of those.
Knock on wood, I'm very lucky. Thank God. Yeah. Yes?
Are you in any of other movies?
Yeah, I actually am in Devil's Rejects. I took over the role of Rufus in Devil's Rejects and worked with Rob for 4 days. And I thought, you know, it was kind of a surreal thing, you know. You're working with Rob Zombie. You look over because the sound guys are playing one of his music videos, and he's like whipping his dreadlocks, and then you look over and you see Rob sitting there, and you go, wow, that was, you know, he's just chewing his gum, setting up a shot. And you look, it's kind of surreal, and the sound guy goes, I know, right? It's kind of weird. And then, you know, I got to work on 4 days on that. And then from that, I was getting ready to walk into producers in Canada about another project, and the phone rings, right? And it's Rob Zombie, so you're going to pick up the phone. And he goes, hey, I wrote this movie for you. I want you to be Michael Myers in my Halloween that I'm doing. And my response was, I don't want to wear a hockey mask in a movie, Rob. And he goes, wrong movie, dumbass. I go, oh, shit. Well, you know, hey, if anybody can call me a dumbass, it can be Rob Zombie. And then he explained how he's going to make it a backstory and all of that. And I was like, okay, cool. And luckily got to do 2 of them. No, I was not in House of a Thousand Corpses. That was a different Rufus. I'm glad he screwed up. Questions? Someone has to have a question in here. Yes.
For your production company, did you pick up any of Rob Zombie's styles with his directing style? Because he's definitely got something different than a lot of the other people that are out there. Did you learn a lot of your tricks from him for directing and whatnot?
Yeah, I haven't taken on directing yet. I want to do that someday. But I mean, I love the feel of Rob's films. You know, I mean, he likes the old grainy 16 mil grain, you know, and the 70s rock and yeah, I mean, his style has definitely influenced me and my company. And actually, how I decided to go ahead and start my company, I wanted to do a production company for years. And we were at Rob's place in the backyard for a party, and we were sitting at his picnic table. Yes, Rob Zombie has a picnic table in his backyard. I know, it's kind of weird. We were sitting at his picnic table with Leslie Easterbrook, my wife, and Sid Haig, and Leslie Easterbrook said, you guys should just write your own stuff, because my wife was the editor-in-chief of Top Cow comic books, and she was at Radical and all of that, and she said, you guys should just do and create and make your own films. And so it was kind of a surreal moment, and from that we ended up writing Compound Fracture and doing that. And of course, we had Leslie Easterbrook in it, and she's coming back for Penance Lane, and she's going to be playing a cop in it and donning the cop suit again, which she's very excited about. So yeah, I mean, his style and influence did affect me, and helped kick off my production company.
Awesome.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I love what he does. I love his styles, and just being around him is just amazing. He is such a talented, creative dude. I had great times working with him.
I can believe that. I like the way he was able to turn his music from that feel of his music and put it directly on the film the same way.
Yeah.
And it was a shocking thing, and I'd like to see somebody else come out with it. Would you have him as a cameo? In your film?
You know, I would love to. I don't think he would do it, but if he would, I would definitely have him in it.
I mean, if he would allow you to use it, you could maybe edit him in without having to shoot him, you know.
Yeah, yeah. You never know. I'm in the process of talking to some pretty cool people. I hope I get them for Penance Lane. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Cross your fingers for me, and it'll be great. Questions? Yes.
What was it like working like beside or with Hugh Jackman as like your brother figure in the X-Men movies?
Working with Hugh Jackman was fantastic. He is such a cool, great dude, and he came in. It was originally going to be Dougray Scott, I think, and he got hurt. And so then we were already on set filming, and they flew in Hugh Jackman. And he went from doing, I think it was Oklahoma, the musical or whatever, we saw that. And we're like, this guy's going to be Wolverine? What the heck? But he is the coolest, nicest guy. I mean, I'd go over to him and his wife's house, and we'd have crepes on Sunday morning and just talk about all kinds of crazy things. So
Sabretooth and Wolverine eating crepes. That's a picture.
it was, yeah. And they were pretty damn good crepes too. I'm like, his wife can cook. You know. Questions? Yes.
What would you say, looking back when you were a kid, what was the horror movie that pretty much defined his decision to be like, yeah, that's what I want to do?
Oh man, what horror movie? You mean that scared the crap out of me and made me? When I went and saw Jaws, I'm telling you, I didn't even want to get into the damn bathtub for 2 weeks. I still, to this day, everybody's like, "Oh, go on a cruise." I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" They go, those don't sink. Yeah, that's what the people on the Titanic said, right? I'm not going to be shark bait. No. So it'd be that and The Shining. Yeah, that's a creepy, sick, twisted. I love it though.